Hey, welcome. This is Yvonne here from bedandbreakfastcoach.com, and I just wanted to shoot this quick video for you to answer some of the questions that people have been emailing me and messaging me about our new program, Bed and Breakfast Magic online mentoring program. So the first question that I'm going to answer here, and a lot of people ask me this, is will it work for me? I live in Canada, or I live in Costa Rica, or I live in South Africa. Will it work for me? And yeah, I mean, it's not really dependent on where you live as much as your commitment to it. So you have to be committed to the result that you want to get from joining this program. So when I say committed, I mean, a lot of people kind of say to me, well, I just want to make a little bit more money, you know, I don't really want to be rich, I just want to make a bit more money. And that's fine, I have no problem with that. But it's actually easier to make a lot more money than it is to fiddle around trying to make a little bit more money doing what you've always done. And so what this program teaches you to do is to think differently in order to make a lot more money. So if you're interested in that, then this program is for you. No matter where you live in the world, this program will help you to make a lot more money. And it's easier to do that because it's easier to make a lot more money than it is. It's easier to make a lot more money because with a different mindset than it is to fiddle around making a little bit more money, trying to do the same as you've always been doing. And yeah, making a bit more, but actually it's not sustainable. So no matter where you are in the world, this program works if you're committed to learning how to do this properly. So the next question that I got was, I'm just starting out, is this right for me? Well, if you're just starting out, then you actually got an advantage over people who've been doing this for years. People come on my programs who've been running hospitality businesses, B&Bs, guest houses for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 27 years, and it works. But the advantage that you have if you're just starting out is that you don't have the baggage that people who've been doing it for a long time have and actually have to dump before they can actually get into the right mindset to shift into the right gear for making the shift that they want to make. So if you're just starting out, I mean, I've worked with people who have just bought their property and don't have any rooms to sell yet, and it still works for them because you set off on the right foot from the get-go and you avoid all the pitfalls that people who've been doing this for years have got themselves into because of old habits. So yeah, I mean, really, if you're just starting out, it would be hugely advantageous for you to come on this program. So the next question is, what if I can't make it to the coaching calls? What if I can't make it live to the coaching calls? And that really ties in with another question that I'll come to in a second about time, basically. But the people who get the most out of my programs from working with me are the people who show up, the people who make time to come live to the coaching calls. Now, I know that there could be some time difference issues and, you know, things happen, you know, we're all living in a, you know, an uncertain world, and, you know, guests arrive late or they arrive early or they don't arrive at all, or something happens which prevents you from coming to the coaching calls. I get that. But the people who get the most value from the calls, from the programs, are the ones who come to the calls live and participate and show up. You can get your questions answered in the Facebook group as well on a daily basis. But if you want to get live coaching with me where I help you to overcome a little obstacle that you may have encountered, be that physical or even mental, I can do that best on the coaching call, and that's where you'll get the most help, on the live call. The calls are all recorded, so if you don't make it to a call, then you can go and listen later. And in fact, I encourage you to listen later to the coaching calls, even if you were on it, because you'll pick up things that you didn't actually hear when you're on the call, particularly if you were the one in the hot seat. So let's just move on to the time thing now, because that was a question that I got as well from several emails. What if I don't have time and fall behind? So we all have 24 hours in a day, right? We all have 24 hours in a day, and we all sleep for, let's say, 7 or 8 hours a day. Some people sleep for less. So you've really got about, 16, 17 hours to play with in your day. And it's not the number of hours that you have, it's what you do with that time that actually makes the difference in your life. So if you're focusing on doing what I call low value activities like ironing and cleaning and washing and household chores that maybe could be done by somebody else, then you're not focusing, or you don't have time to focus on what I call high value activities, which is learning how to market yourself to attract the guests that you want to attract, to make the money you want to make, to have the life that you want to live. And those are the choices that we make in every single moment. Am I going to do this, or am I going to do that? Am I going to do this easy thing that I like doing, because I like ironing? Well, I like ironing too. But it's a low value activity that is not going to help you to get more guests and to reach the goals that you've set for yourself. So when people say I don't have time, what they really mean is that I'm choosing not to find the time. So it's up to you. It's really up to you. Everybody has the same amount of time in the day, and it's what we do with that time that really moves the needle and will get you a different result in your life if you choose to invest your time in high value activities like learning, like how to attract the guests, how to connect with people and partners who are going to help you to connect with their networks, who they will bring you guests as well. That's what's going to make the difference. So the next question I want to deal with, so how is this program different from your other high level program? Well, I do have a higher level program. It's called Bed and Breakfast Marketing Breakthrough. And it's a 90-day program as well. And it really focuses on the 3 crucial systems that you need to have in place in order to operate properly. But what we found on that program is that many of the people who joined it, who just wanted the systems, understandably, did not have the fundamentals in place. They weren't recording their finances properly, so they didn't know how much money they were making. They hadn't done the room calculation. Some of them hadn't put up their prices in years. Some of them didn't have a proper online presence, so they were looking untrustworthy online, inconsistent with their branding, and some of them didn't have websites that weren't doing anything for them. And so we wasted a lot of time on the high level program, putting in place some fundamentals that should have been in place before they joined the program. So from now on, I'm not going to let anybody into my high level program who hasn't been through the fundamental program, which is the Bed and Breakfast Magic online mentoring program that I'm promoting right now. It's fundamental that you get your finances in order, that you start recording properly, that you know who you want to serve, you know where your guests are online, you know how to market to them, that you look consistent online wherever I meet you online with your branding. You look the same, you're not hiding behind a picture of your cat or a flower, or worse, hiding behind your business. It's important that you have your website structured properly so that people can find their way to the booking button really, really easily. You'd be amazed at how many people just don't have these fundamentals laid out in their business. Because sometimes, we're just so close to the thing that we can't actually see the wood for the trees, and it just takes another pair of eyes to say, actually, if you just move that there and move that there and then put that there, you'll get a much better result from your website or from your email communications. So this is how this program differs. It's the fundamentals, the basic stuff, and I'll explain what's included in the program in a second. But really, without these fundamentals in place, you're not going to be able to move up the ladder, if you like. And as I say, from now on in, I'm not taking anybody on the higher level program that hasn't been through this program, the fundamental program, Bed and Breakfast Magic online mentoring program. So let me tell you exactly what's included in the program. And that's another question that people have been asking me. What am I getting here? What am I going to learn? Okay, let me go through it step by step. The program consists of 8 home study modules. In addition to the home study modules, There are tutorials, there are templates, there are PDF workbooks if you prefer to read rather than watch online. I take you step by step through 8 fundamental principles to have your business working properly for you. In addition to the home study modules, there are 3 live coaching calls over the period of the next 3 months with me. So I will help you to overcome obstacles, either mental or physical or technical obstacles, live on the coaching calls. And there's also the private Facebook group where you get to answer your questions on a daily basis and get them answered. So you're never alone. You're in a community of other B&B owners who are on the same journey as you. So you won't find yourself isolated, because I know sometimes it is isolated, this business. And I don't know about you, but there isn't anybody in my local community that I can talk to about my business, because there's kind of a little kind of barrier between us and them. You know, you don't want to say, actually, I haven't got enough guests, because they don't want to say it either, okay? Nobody wants to admit that they're not doing very well. So it's difficult to find people that you can talk to about this in your local community. That's why I've provided this online community, so you're quite safe here. We're all going through the same thing. So let me just explain what I cover in each module so that you're clear on what you're getting. In module 1, we cover mindset and attitude that you have to have in order to be successful, and there'll be a shift in the way you think about yourself, the way you think about your business, and the way you think about your guests as well in module 1. We also cover your time management, so I talk a lot about your high value activities versus your low value activities and how to separate them out on a daily basis. We choose in every single moment. We also talk about putting strong boundaries in place in module 1 as well, so how to communicate your boundaries so you've got a life as well, so that your guests are not encroaching on your life too much so that you feel resentful. We also talk about goal setting in module 1. So how much do you want to make? And sometimes it's not even about the money. Sometimes it's about, you know, having a life as well. Some of my clients who come to me to work with me, they don't want to make any more money, but they just want some time back as well. So whatever your goal is for this program for yourself, we need to set that out in module 1 so that we're clear on what you want and so that we move towards what you want. In module 2, we talk about basic housekeeping. So there's some guidelines on how to put in place a cleaning process, how to put in place a check-in and check-out procedure. There's also some useful information from my previous clients on what's worked for them. So it's not all just about what I've done, it's what my clients have done as well. So I wanted this to be as inclusive and comprehensive as possible. Also in module 2, I cover, you know, how to manage your property, basically, how to manage your linen, for example, and why you need to be using a laundry, and why you need to be having a maintenance program, an ongoing maintenance program, and what this means for you, so that everything gets covered properly, process driven. In module 3, we talk about the financials. So what are the key financial indicators that you need to be on top of on the money for your business, for you to know whether you're making any money or not? So in module 3, there are templates and spreadsheets all calculated and formulated for you for income and expenses, for weekly bookings, occupancy rates, and daily cash flow. And there's also a case study from one of my clients on how to work out the cash flow that you need in your business to cover everything. Also in module 3, there's a neat little calculation spreadsheet on how to calculate your room. What do you need to charge? What are the costs of actually renting a room, and how to factor those into your room rate so that you are actually making some money. I mean, some people haven't put their room rates up for years. And so I show you how to calculate that so that you know every time somebody puts their head on one of your pillows, you're making this amount of money net. Really, really important. So that's module 3. Module 4, we talk about how to find your unique value so that you'll stand out from the crowd. This is so important, and if you were on the webinar recently, then you'll know how important this is. And the good news is that your value is already inside of you. It's not something you have to go and study or learn. It's already inside of you. And what this exercise does in detail in module 4 is to reveal that to you. And I know sometimes that we just ignore our gifts and we ignore our talents and we forget about what they are because we think, well, everybody can do that, can't they? Well, the truth is they can't, because everybody has unique gifts. And in Module 4, I will take you through a deep dive process on how to uncover and reveal your gifts to you so that you then stand in your value. And then in Module 5, I show you how to transmit that value to a website that works. So there's a basic structure and layout that has to be observed for any website, where things have to be in certain places, elements have to be in certain positions on your homepage, and a way of taking your customers or your visitors from just lookers into bookers, leading them easily and elegantly to the booking button as quickly as possible. Because that's the purpose of your website, right? To get them to the booking button, right? Yes. So I will show you how to do that in Module 5. You'd be amazed how many websites I've looked at that are just making it so difficult for people to find out, well, how do I book here? Oh, how do I see the rooms? I can't see the rooms. Where are they? What? I need some more information. Do they take children? Can I take my dog? These things are not clear. So I will show you how to lay it out properly so it makes it really easy for people to book with you. That's Module 5. In Module 6, I introduce you to the joys of automated email marketing. Do you know that there are 3 billion people online and growing, and every single one of them has an email address? Isn't that amazing? And how often do you check your emails, right? Me, I'm looking at them all the time. They're on my phone, they're on my computer, they're on my iPad, and everyone's doing this. So email marketing is still the really, really best way to reach people because it's intimate. It's right there on their phone. So in Module 6, I take you through a very simple email sequence, email campaign that builds trust with your booked-in guests so that everybody knows where they stand, so that by the time they arrive at your place, you kind of know each other. I'll show you how to do that in Module 6. This builds enormous amount of trust and really, really raises your profile in the eyes of your guests just beyond belief. In Module 7, I'm going to show you how to set yourself out on social media in the online world, so that wherever I see you online, whether I meet you on your website or whether I meet you on your Facebook page or I meet you on Twitter, I know it's you. I can recognize you. So many people miss this bit. And as I said just now, a lot of people are hiding behind pictures of their cat or pictures of their property or something, or a flower or something like that. You've got to be seen online. You've got to be visible and you've got to look professional and you've got to be consistent with your branding online. I show you how to do that in Module 7. And then finally in Module 8, I introduce you to the joys and the power of blogging. You know, the search engines love blogging, and when you blog, it stays on those search engines forever. It's like sowing seeds all over the place, so that and they just grow and grow and grow forever. Google loves blogs. So I'll show you how to do it properly so that you'll not only get noticed by the search engines, you'll also get noticed by your ideal guests, which is really an extension of getting noticed by the search engines, right? I'll show you how to do it properly in Module 8. And there you have the fundamental principles for setting up and running a successful business in the 21st century, using the internet, using technology, and using your own unique value to have you standing out from the crowd and looking professional and brilliant online. I can't wait to share this program with you. I can't wait to introduce you to the magic of this program. That's why I've called it Bed and Breakfast Magic, because I've witnessed it so many times with my clients. It has been my absolute pleasure to have taken people from all over the world through this program to not only have built their business but built their confidence and, quite frankly, in many cases changed their lives. And I hope that you will be my next success story. I would so love to help you on this journey. So where do you go now to get in on this program? You have to go to this web address, bedandbreakfastcoach.com/webinar-special. This is where you go, and there's a very special offer that you can take advantage between now and just this Thursday. So it's Tuesday now, so you have until round about midnight French time on Thursday, depending on how many glasses of champagne I've had. But I will be closing this offer off on Thursday, so don't wait. If you feel that this is right for you, if you want my help, you want to make a change in your business, or you want to get started on the right foot from the get-go, Whatever your goal is, then I encourage you to go to this web address now, bedandbreakfastcoach.com/webinar-special, and you can take advantage of my special offer, which is $500 off right now. So it's $497, and there's even a 3-pay option. So you can get started today, right now, and get access to all of this material right now for just your first payment of $169. It's a brilliant bargain, and it's going away on Thursday. So don't wait. If you feel that this is right for you and the time's right for you and you're in the right place to learn this stuff, it would be my absolute pleasure to welcome you into our community of magicians. Thanks for watching. If you have any other questions, email me, yvonne@bedandbreakfastcoach.com. I will be delighted to help you. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.